started with transformations last week. Yes, you are. We started with transformations last week. First one was translating, which was shifting the shape left to right, up and down. Today, hi Anele, we are doing reflection. Okay, we're doing reflection. What do you guys know about reflection? Where have you ever heard anything to do with reflection? Tell me. Yes, Chichi.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm good, and you?
I'm also good. What we learned from reflection is that if, like, let's take a dog, for example, and a little puppy. Now we can see that the dog is bigger than the puppy and the puppy is smaller than the big dog. So then what's in reflection is that even though there's something like you're standing in front of a mirror and then like you see yourself in the mirror, that's kind of like reflection. I don't know how to explain it nicely. I just hope everyone just understands what I'm trying to say.
That was well explained, Chichi. So guys, if you are looking in a mirror, okay, you're looking in a mirror, you're watching your reflection, right? It looks like your reflection would be the same distance away from the mirror as you, right? The closer you move to the mirror, the closer it looks like your reflection is moving to the mirror. Isn't that how it works? So the first things first, in reflection, we are going to identify our mirror, okay? Which is what we're going to call the line of reflection. So you must identify, where is my mirror? So the line of reflection is the line that separates a point, line, or object and its image. So if I say to you, my x-axis is the line of reflection, that means we take our x-axis as the mirror, okay? But if I say the y-axis is my line of reflection, that means the y-axis is my mirror. I'll talk about what all those means just now. And then obviously the mirror image will be the new position of your shape. So if it was on the left-hand side and you reflect it, the mirror image will therefore be the right-hand side. Okay. Now let's look at what I'm talking about. So what I'm talking about. Let me minimize the chat a little bit so that I can do some explaining. So remember I said the line of reflection will be sort of like your mirror. So now we're going to start by saying reflections about the x-axis. Okay, if I'm saying I'm reflecting about the x-axis, that means my line of reflection or my mirror is the x-axis. Which one is the x-axis, guys? Is it the horizontal one or the vertical one? Horizontal is that away. Vertical is that away. Is it the horizontal or vertical one? Which one is my x-axis? Thank you, Chichi and Lugue and Mikhail. Hi, Mikhail. I didn't see you earlier. Welcome, welcome. It's the horizontal one. Okay. So here is our mirror. Therefore, you expect your object and the reflection to be at the top and at the bottom of the mirror. Isn't that how it works? So let's pretend the first shape over here, triangle ABC. So we have a shape. I'm going to highlight it for you. Triangle ABC is the original image. So I had a triangle and the points were A, B, and C. Do you see the coordinates of A, B, and C? Hopefully we do. Okay, so now you're going to put a mirror in front of it and the reflection will obviously be on the other side. Now, what do you guys notice about A prime, B prime, and C prime? What's different about point A and A prime? What's different about point A and A prime? Can anyone see a difference? Look at the actual coordinates, okay? Let's look at point A. A is -6 with 5, okay? And A prime is -6 with -5. Thank you, Karabo. You need to be specific. And Dwayne and everyone else who saw it. Siam Tanda, Aliyah, There we go. Be careful, Mikhail. They did not swap signs. Do we see that the x coordinate stays the same? Look here. No, green. Look at the x coordinates. It stays the same. Do we see that we still have both -6s, right? But what happens to our y coordinate? Our y coordinate swaps signs, takes a different sign. So if it was +5, it now becomes a -5. Do we see that? So then we can say, okay, all right, that's fine. So then we can say that if you reflect an image on the x-axis, then your y coordinate will differ in sign. Only the y coordinates. Guys, do not say they swap signs because the -6 does not change. Okay, let's check with B as well. B was -6 with 2, and B prime is still -6, but this time with -2. Do we see that the only ones that are changing signs are the y coordinates? Look here. Y coordinates are the only ones that are switching signs. So if it was +2, it becomes a -2. And let's check our last point, C. We had -2 with 5, and now we have -2 still with -5. Okay, so then reflections about the x-axis. X coordinate remains the same. Y coordinate differs in sign. Do we understand what I'm saying, guys? Only the y changes. Okay, only the y changes. Look at our x coordinates for all of them. They remain the same. Okay, because remember when we write points, guys, we write them as x, y. So the x will remain the same, but your y's will swap signs. And remember, they don't become negative, they swap signs. So if it was positive, it becomes negative. But if it was negative, what does it become? If it was positive, we said it becomes negative. But if it was originally negative, what does it become? Positive. Thank you. Okay, so we say it becomes a different sign. It doesn't necessarily become negative. Okay, are we with me, guys? Are we sort of understanding what we're saying here? I'm going to leave this on here for you guys to take. Maybe I should write a nice note for us here. So for reflection on the x-axis, the y coordinates, coordinate changes sign. So write this down, take a screenshot quickly. You're going to have to remember this, trust me. Remember, we're doing 3 types of reflections today. So you're going to need to write down notes. Okay, this is only the first one. So first, we established that our mirror is the x-axis. Okay. See what we're saying in the chat. So if it was 3, -6, then it would be 3, +6. That's correct, D. Very correct. That is perfect. That's exactly what I'm saying. Okay, now this is just one more example. Okay, we had a point P with the coordinates 2 to 3. Okay, I don't know why they used the comma. My OCD just kicked in. It's like, why is there a comma? It's supposed to be a semicolon, guys. Don't ever use a comma, please. Okay, there we go. So if my point was 2 to 3, and you reflect it on the x-axis, which is my mirror, then my point will then be P prime, which is 2 and -3. Now let's talk about distance. Remember we spoke about distance? We said our reflection looks like it's the same distance away from the mirror. Now let's see, how far is the point P from the x-axis? Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, right? And then how far is the point P prime from the x-axis? How far is P prime from the x-axis? It's still 3. It's just in the opposite direction, guys. You see why this is your mirror. So you'll see it's still 1, 2, 3. We are just going in the opposite direction. But your x coordinate doesn't change because it's not moving sideways. It's only moving up and down. Okay. So thumbs up, thumbs down, check in. Do we understand reflection about the x-axis? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Check in number 1 for today. For all the new people, if I say thumbs up, thumbs down, you can either go to reactions and press thumbs up, or you can send it in the chat. Okay, wonderful. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, now, naturally, if there's going to be a reflection about the x-axis, then there's going to be a reflection about the y-axis. This time, remind me, which one is the y-axis? Is it the horizontal or the vertical axis? Which one is our y-axis? Zianda, where did I lose you? Thank you very much, Luguwe and Chichi and Justin. It is our vertical axis, so it is this one. Okay, the one going up to down. Let me do this so you can see the color properly. It is that one. That is our mirror this time. So we expect, okay, we expect that the image and its reflection to be on the left and right of the mirror. Okay, listen carefully, Zianda. I think it's possible. You can catch up, okay? So now our mirror is the y-axis. So we're still working with the same triangle. Do you see that triangle ABC is the same one that we had in the previous question? So we have triangle ABC. That is our original triangle, A, B, and C. And we have now reflected it upon the y-axis. This time, what's different about the coordinates? What's the difference between A and A prime, B and B prime, and C and C prime? Do we see any difference? Aliyah says positive. I'm not sure what we mean. Let's be specific. What's positive? The x values changed. See? So if you're reflecting on the y-axis, this time we change the x values. Okay, look here. All my y values are the same. Look, 5 didn't change, 2 didn't change, and the other 5 didn't change. But look at our x values, okay? We had a -6. Let me use red pens. We had a -6 that became positive. And we had a -6 that became positive. And we had a -2 that became positive. So this time, if you're reflecting about the y-axis, we can say that the x coordinates will change signs. Okay. So this time it's the x coordinates that will change signs. And again, if you look at the distance, we'll look at it at the bottom. It is the same distance away from the mirror. Okay, so now we have had 2 reflections. If you're reflecting on the x-axis, your y coordinate changes. We with me? If you're reflecting on the y-axis, your x coordinate changes. We're going to go to the third one just now, but I think we need some practice on the 2 that we've just learned. Okay, let me do this so you guys can take some screenshots. I actually think we can look here because I don't need to scroll far down. So this is what I mean. This time we have the point T and T prime. Okay, which one was the original between T and T prime? Let's see if we listened in the last lesson. Which one is the original point? T. Okay, so the one on the right. This was my original point. Okay, so we had an original point of 2, 2, 3. And we are told reflected upon the y-axis. What is the distance of T from the y-axis? What is our distance of the point T from the y-axis? 2. Thank you very much, guys. 1, 2. Therefore, the reflection has to be how many blocks away from the y-axis? If the original is 2 blocks away from the y-axis, then the reflection also has to be 2. Okay, Umulema, I get what you mean. It's still 2, but it's in the opposite direction. Can you see that? So the distance from this point over here, which is my y-axis, has to be the same for both points. So for t, it is 1, 2, but going to the right. Therefore, for t prime will be 1, 2, but this time going in the opposite direction, which is the left. Okay, how are we feeling this time? Zianda, are you sort of catching up to what we're doing? How are we feeling? Thumbs up, thumbs down before we do some exercises and apply what we have learned. There we go. I knew you could catch up. Okay. I see my thumbs up. Okay, hopefully everybody who wanted to take screenshots has taken them, because now I want to do some exercises with you guys. Okay. Now, we have coordinates, okay? They say write down the image of these coordinates if they are reflected about the y-axis and the x-axis, okay? Don't mind the state, the general rule, we'll do it at the end. So now I'm gonna say, I actually think we should start with it. Let me do this. Let me divide our page to make it easier. I'm gonna divide my page. On my left, we're going to do reflections about the x-axis. I'm not sure why I felt the need to write axis the way I did. And on the right, we're going to do the y-axis. Okay, let's start with the general rule. If I had the point X, Y, and I'm reflecting on the y-axis, which one changes sign? Remind me again, which one will change signs? For reflecting on the x-axis, and I have the point XY, which one will change signs? The Y, thank you. So then it will become X because the X stays the same, and negative Y. That's what they meant by state the general rule of reflection. Okay, and then if I'm reflecting on the y-axis, which one changes sign? The X. So then it'll be negative X, and Y does not change. You guys need to be careful by saying intercept, guys. Remember, it's a coordinate. An intercept is something completely different. Okay, so it's a X coordinate. Wonderful. So we've stated our rules. Now let's reflect both points. Let's start with A. So A was 3, 4. What's my new reflected x-axis reflection? So if it was 3 to 4 and I'm reflecting it, you guys said the Y will change signs, right? So then A prime will be what? Yes, Chi-Chi?
It's going to be 4. No, it's going to be 3 of negative 4.
Nice, beautiful. Chi-Chi, do you want to do B, C, and D?
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay, so we have B, which was negative 3 and 4, and then B becomes what? B prime.
Yes, ma'am. So that becomes a positive 3.
Be careful. Which one changes sign? You need to check here. This coordinate changes sign. See that? Does my X coordinate change?
No, ma'am.
So then the negative 3 remains negative 3.
Yes, ma'am.
But the 4 becomes?
A negative.
Nice. There we go. Now for C, they're both negative in the beginning. So we have negative 3, negative 4. Does my X coordinate change?
No, ma'am.
No. So negative 3 doesn't change. But my Y coordinate is what?
It's positive.
Nice. And let's do the last one. So D originally was 3 and negative 4. Once again, we said X doesn't change. So D prime will still be 3, but the Y coordinate will be
+4.
positive 4. Thank you, Chi Chi.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Nice, guys. Chi Chi did that so beautifully. I'm loving it. So, guys, I think we've got the gist of x-axis reflections, okay? Reflecting about the x-axis means change the y coordinate, okay? It doesn't mean swap them. It doesn't mean make the one that's negative positive, do this and this. No, it just means change the y coordinate. Now let's do it the other way around. Now we are reflecting on the y-axis, right? Reflecting on the y-axis. So once again, A was what? A was 3, 4. If I'm reflecting on the y-axis, what will A prime be? Yes, Siamtanda.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, A prime is going to be -3 and +4.
Nice. Are we doing B, C, and D together?
Yes,
Wonderful. So if B was -3 and 4, what's my new B prime?
it's going to be +3 and +4.
Nice. Okay, let's go to C. Was both negatives. What's C prime?
+3 semicolon and -4.
Nice. And my last one, D, was +3 and -4. So then D prime will be
-3 and -4.
nice. Sia, that was beautifully done. Thank you very much, Sia, for doing that with me. Love it. Okay, guys. So Chichi and Sia went through those seamlessly. And I haven't had the chance to even check in the chat. Are there any questions? Does everybody understand? I'm going to open this. I'm going to leave this here for a few seconds so you guys can take screenshots. Did I lose anyone anyway? Is anybody confused? Do we understand our rules? Maybe I should highlight the one that changes in this case as well. Ne? So in this case, we change the x coordinate. Okay. Hopefully everybody was with me. Okay. And hopefully everybody was taking a screenshot. Is done. Beautiful. Now, this is our last reflection. Okay. First, we did the x-axis. We did the y-axis. Now we are going to reflect in the line y equals x. Now we first have to discuss what is the line y equals x. Where is this line? It is this blue line over there. Y equals x is a equation of a graph. Do you guys agree? Y equals x is an equation of the graph. And it means exactly that. If y equals x, guys, and I tell you that x is 1, how much will y be? If x is 1, then y will be 1. That's what y equals x means. Look at this graph over here. Is it not showing you the same thing? Let's look at the points, okay? Over here, x is -1, but y is also what? Y is also my red point, -1. Thank you. And if x is -2, then y is what? -2. Do you get it, guys? So the line y equals x, it means this line that goes across my Cartesian plane. So it goes diagonally. It's your diagonal line. It's that one over there. Okay, so now we're going to find out how do we reflect points on this line. Okay, yes, Mikhail?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, so if it's a like what before the y-axis and the x-axis, they were both straight perpendicular lines. So with the with the diagonal ones, the y and the x equal the same. It's not the opposite with each other.
What do you mean?
Like here, it seems like if it was the other way, like before, if y was -1 and x was +1, then it would be swapped depending on the.
Yes, Mikhail.
So
Mikhail
is
is
it,
ahead of us. I
so
love it.
is it the same with this one, ma'am, or do the x's equal the same?
No, look, you're saying the same thing. Look at this point that we have here, B. Do you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
It's -2 and 3, right? But then B prime is what? 3 and -2. Did we not just swap those two? It's exactly what we did. Do you see that? So if we're reflecting, remember in the first two, we were changing signs, right? We're changing either the X sign or the Y sign. Now we are straight up swapping the coordinates. So if it was 1, 2, it now becomes 2, 1. We're just
Okay.
swapping them. Okay, so that's the difference that we have to learn. So Mikhail has seen the magic of this one. All right, guys. So with this one, we are swapping the coordinates. Okay, we're swapping the coordinates. As you can see, I explained over here. Our original point B was -2 and 3. I love that word magic. Chichi, don't even judge me. I see. Okay. So the original point was -2 and 3. If you look at the reflection, guys, which is B prime over here, we just swapped the points. We didn't mess with the signs. We didn't do anything like that. We just took the numbers the way they are with their signs and we swapped their position. So what that means is your X coordinate becomes your Y coordinate and your Y coordinate becomes your X coordinate. Do you see, guys? So let's see. Okay, let's do some few more before we do that last exercise and then it's brain break time. Okay, so if I'm saying reflect the following points on the line y equals x. Okay, let's say I have A, -2, 2. Okay, and I have B. Guys, me, I like magic. You don't know magic. Okay, let me put this here. A was -2, 2. B, 1, -4. And C, 5 and 2. And I say reflect these points, okay, along the line y equals x. What will A prime be? What will A prime be? What will A prime be, guys? Thank you, Nolutando. So it will be 2 and -2. What will B prime be? I feel like we're getting it and I love it. Thank you, -4 and 1. And C prime, our last one, 2 and 5. So the general rule for this one is swap the coordinates. Okay, guys, are we good? Are we good? Are we good? So the one in line y equals x, maybe later on we'll do the one in the line y equals -x, but for now, don't forget, don't worry about that. Are we good so far with what we have done? Okay, this one, I'm pretty sure it's the easiest, I think. You're just swapping the coordinates, okay? So my general rule will be x, y will now become y, x. Okay, few seconds for our screenshot people. All right. Then we're going to do my exercise quickly. Quickly. Okay, so now that we know, oh, here's my exercise. Here's my exercise. Write down the coordinates if they are reflected about the line y equals x. I feel like this is going to go very fast. Okay, number one. If a was 5, 7, what's a prime going to be? Thank you. See, this should go very quickly. Number two, what's b prime? Yes, Chichi?
I just wanted to answer number 2 and 3, and then I'll leave the rest to. Oh, and they're already giving me the answers. Ugh.
Okay, what's number two?
So,
Let's
so number 2 is -7 to 5.
Mhm.
Seven
just
says in the chat. Thank you for helping.
We're just swapping them. Look carefully. Is the 7 negative?
No, ma'am.
So number 2 is supposed to
So
be?
it's just 2. No, sorry. 7.
There we go.
It's 7, and then a -5.
There we go. And then number C.
And then C is -7
Mhm.
and to -5. I
Okay.
feel very confident about this part. This looks very easy.
It is.
And then
I'm loving it. B prime.
It's -7
Mhm.
to 5. And then it's E 0 to
Mhm.
4.
Nice. And the last one.
And -4 to 0.
Beautiful. Thank you very
Yay.
much. That went
You're welcome.
very fast and very well. I love it.
Welcome, ma'am.
I love it. Guys, she didn't bring a cat today. I'm just a little bit. Oh, it's there. Okay, I'm done. I'm done, guys. I'm done. Okay, I think it's time we have a brain break. We have worked hard. Are we ready for our brain break? Hands up for the brain break. We are back to Would You Rather. We'll do this after the brain break. Hands up for the brain break. There we go, Zianda. Hi, Zianda.
Hi, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Zianda, would you rather always wear a sweaty shirt or sweaty socks?
Sweaty socks.
Ew.
Not ill. Ma'am, imagine a sweaty shirt. Everything that goes past, you can smell it. Socks.
Imagine
Wear socks.
your feet being wet in your shoes, ma'am. Imagine your feet in your
Fine.
shoes.
It's fine, ma'am. You know, my brother repeats his socks. He wears one pair of socks every week.
I don't wanna meet your brother ever. It's okay. Anyway,
Where
I
he
see.
plays soccer, so you know, ma'am, smelly feet. He plays soccer, so you know.
Guys, you know mold is gonna grow on your feet. I'm just saying, you guys want to walk around with wet shoes. Oh, okay. You know what? I chose this question, but I can't handle it. I don't understand how life works, but it's fine. It's okay. Let's move on. Okay, let's hear what Tando has to say. Tando?
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
How
Let's
are
hear it.
you?
Sweaty shirt or socks?
Socks, ma'am. Because the reasons why I say socks is because with a shirt, people run away from you, and I love socializing with people. I don't want them running away from me.
I can't believe it. Tiara's like, that was me today in this heat. I'm defeated. I'm done with you guys. I'm done. Naboya, are you ready for the next one?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you rather be half your height or double your weight?
Ish.
Half your height, double your weight.
Our height, ma'am.
Hey guys, if I was half my height, nah, I'd be a dwarf.
And I'm short, so I'll be more shorter, so it's fine.
That's what I'm saying. I would be like this big, so I can't even do it. Like, I'm not even gonna do it. I can't even. I would literally be a minion. So I can't do it. I'd rather double my weight. Imagine, guys. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Let's hear what Wady has to say. Wady, are you ready, Wady?
I think I'd be half my weight.
Half your height.
Half height, yeah, half my height.
Wady, how tall are you?
Like 6 foot something.
Oh.
And I had a lot of weight. I used to be fat, so no weight. I'm not going back to being fat. You gotta be
Okay.
short and slim.
Okay. Makes sense. It's fine. Wady can afford to do that. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Setabile.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Would you rather have zombies grab you at night or your pet start saying creepy stuff while you're sleeping?
My pet starts saying creepy stuff while I'm sleeping.
I would kick it right out the window. I'd be like, no, yeet, on.
No, ma'am. Because zombies grabbing me at night. Nah, I'm not doing zombies grabbing me at night. I'd much rather have my pet speaking.
Guys, imagine the next day.
I'd much rather have my pet
stuff at
speaking.
night. Like, you'll just be staring at each other and you'll be like, I heard you, man. I heard you. I know you were saying stuff last night. And it
No,
just
ma'am, because my pets can go say stuff outside. And I'm inside the
But what if
house.
it's in your room and it's like, hi? And you're like, excuse me? I would kick it out. I'm not even lying. Okay, it's fine. Let me not. I'm freaking out and I chose these questions. So I don't know what that means. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm going down the line, Chichi. Umulemo, are you there?
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes. Umulemo, here's your question. Would you rather eat nothing but salad or nothing but dessert for the whole week?
I'm nothing but dessert, ma'am. I have a sweet tooth, but I exercise a lot, so I'd burn it off.
I'd end up sick if I had to eat dessert for the whole week.
For some reason, I don't get sick. I have a sweet tooth and it just doesn't go away.
No, I'd rather eat salad. Nope, I'd rather eat salad. Nope. Okay, we have Tiamo. Tiamo, yes. Would you rather have the sidewalks covered with cockroaches or worms? As you are walking, and I mean covered. I don't mean one or two there. I mean covered and moving everywhere. What's your option, Nipel?
When
Worms.
yes, ma'am.
Like
Cockroaches.
I can't, guys. I chose these questions, but I can't deal with them. I think emotionally, like, I wasn't ready for my own questions. Let's hear what Chichi chooses because she's been dying to say something. Yes, Chichi.
Hello.
Hello.
I just want to quickly answer this would you rather, right? So like the one with the worms and cockroaches, guys, come on. If there's cockroaches or any bug on the sidewalk, just go to the road. Walk on the road.
With the car, guys, never listen to Chichi again. I'm muting her. Oh my goodness. Chichi just told everyone to walk on the road. We are never unmuting her again. We are never unmuting her again. She just told everyone to run into the road. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm so defeated. Never again. Never again. I'm so defeated. Okay, it's fine. Okay, let's take a nice stretch, guys. We still have 15 minutes to complete our lesson and I have really nice questions for us to come. Okay, here is a nice summary if you guys want to take a screenshot about reflections, okay? So it tells you reflection about the y-axis, you change the x-coordinate. Reflections about the x-axis, you change the y-coordinate. And reflections about the line y equals x, you swap the coordinates, okay? Chichi's my girl, and she just told us to run into the road. I can't believe. Me, I wanted to hear what Chichi's gonna say about the pet one. Chichi, would you rather hear your little cute kitty start talking at night in a very deep voice, or zombies touching you? I want to hear Chichi's choice. It's gonna tell me, guys, we're having a prayer meeting tonight for Chichi. I actually can't. I actually cannot. Okay. Let us do positive x. Why? We haven't done the negative x one. Positive. Okay. So now we're going to do this exercise together. So it says construct an axis with x and y ranging from -5 to 5. I have a Cartesian plane here ranging from -6 to 6. So we're good. Okay. Then it says draw the lines y equals x. We do not need the line y equals -x because we're not going to use it. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put in a line at y equals x. So first, actually, before I do that, the line y equals x goes where? 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Remember, y and x are equal. So it's the diagonal line, right? So let me draw it in. Let's start over here and go that way. Okay. I'm going to move it down a bit. There's our line. Okay. Now they say draw a triangle with the following vertices. What are vertices again? Let's see if we remember. What are vertices again? Corners. They're corners. So now we have a triangle with the following corners. Okay. So first one is at 1, 1. So it's right on the line over there. That's my first point. The next one is 3, 1. So it's over there. And the last one is 2, 2. So it's here. Strange looking triangle. Not really. But yeah, there's my triangle. Right? And of course, I'm not going to draw it. I know there's some people waiting with bated breath for me to draw this. And I'm not going to. I'm going to use my lines until I drop. There we go. So there's our triangle, right? It's a very lousy one. I don't know why they put it on the line y equals x, but there it is, Ray. Okay. Now they say reflect T. So this triangle is called T in the x-axis and name the image U. So first we are reflecting in the x-axis. Now tell me, guys. I know, right? I'm very underwhelmed. Like you would have thought they would have thought of better coordinates, but anyway. So now we're reflecting this according to the x-axis. So I'm going to name my coordinates. A was 1, 1. B was 3, 1. And C is 2, 2. So now we need to get our new coordinates for our new triangle. Okay, so what's A prime? Remind me again the rule for reflecting on the x-axis. Which one changes signs? Of course, I read A. We're reflecting on the x-axis. Which one changes? Nice, the y. So then my new coordinates are what? My new coordinates for A, what's A prime? Yes, Siam Tanda.
Hello, ma'am, again.
Hello.
Ma'am, A prime is going to be 1 and -1.
Beautiful. So 1 and -1. Have you done B prime?
It's going to be 3 and -1.
Nice. And what about C prime?
+2 and -2.
Beautiful, Sia. I love it. Okay, so Sia has reflected the triangle for us. Now let's go and create our new triangle. So the first one is 1 and -1, so it's over there. Then it's 3 and -1, so it's over there. And then it's 2 and -2, so it's over there. So that is our first reflection. Very small triangle. I don't know what the vision and mission was here. There we go. And there we go. So original one is the blue, okay? And then our new one, let's highlight it yellow. Excuse me. He's just trying to be shady. A work of art, I see you. Someone is even laughing. Thanks, Chichi. Wow. Thanks, guys. Okay. Now we have U, which is the new one. Now we have to reflect U in the line Y equals X. So which one are we reflecting, guys? The blue one or the yellow one? Which one are we reflecting? Yellow in the line Y equals X. So what's the rule for reflecting in the line Y equals X? What do we do to the coordinates? What do we do to the coordinates? Sianda says X will be negative. There we go, because that's the one they said, remember? So the original one was T. The blue one was T. And here they said reflect U. So that is the yellow one. So if we're reflecting in the line Y equals X, we're going to swap the coordinates. So we had A prime, which was 1 and -1. B prime was 3 and -1. And C prime was 2 and -2. So now we have A prime prime. And then I write A again. Sia's hand is up. Yes, Sia, you're going to do this one with me as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what's the first one going to be?
-1 and +1.
Thank you. What about the second one?
-1 and +3.
Thank you. And the last one?
-2 and +2.
Thank you. Nice. So let's draw our final reflection. So A is -1 and +1. So it's over there. Our B is -1 and 3. So it's over there. Nope. Yes. Yes. And the last one is -2 and 2. So it's over there. Okay, that's not where I expected it to go, but you know, that's how life works. Okay, as I draw my final triangle, thumbs up, thumbs down. How are we doing with reflection? We good with reflection? Let's see. Okay, I see some thumbs up,